Hi, good morning, and welcome to Bold Beautiful Life. That is my page, and my name is Savanah Poulsen. And I am here on a Friday to talk to you about makeup again. So every Friday I do a face makeup, something related to your face. BBL, Friday Face is what I call it. And then every Tuesday I come on live and do something with hair. So that is a little bit about the schedule there. And of course I want to shake things up today with a giveaway. I feel like it's been a while since we've done a really good giveaway. So hi friends, hi, as you're coming in, thanks for being here. So I am going to give away a hack stack, which is this size of compact. It fits either 8 large tins, like foundation tins, or more eyeshadows, obviously, because the eyeshadows are half the size. So I'm going to give away a hack stack with 8 singles and a brush collection to one of you. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and hi everyone, thanks for coming in. So yeah, if you've been wanting to try it and all of that stuff, then make sure you share this out or engage or whatever you want to do. And hi, you just ordered. Hi Lacey, I hope you love it. My teeth whitening, I just use whitening toothpaste. The teeth whitening secret is get a spray tan. That's like the best thing. And put on lipstick. I feel like that always makes my teeth whiter. Okay, so I am going to dive right in because I am going to do the makeup look from my latest Instagram post. I had quite a few messages and asking me what colors they were and all that stuff. The foundation is creamy, yes, it's amazing. And if you have dry skin, you probably will want to use Milk Moisturizer. Thanks for coming, bye. Okay, hi. I have really sensitive skin. I didn't wash my face for like 2 days one time or something. I didn't wear makeup for a long time, as you guys maybe have noticed from my train wreck videos lately. But because of my LASIK and stuff, I wasn't able to wear makeup for a while. And so when I don't have makeup on my face that I'm taking off, I'm kind of lazy about my skincare. And so I have this pretty gnarly breakout right here, and some other things. But overall, this makeup has like made my skin so much better. You have to make sure that you are really taking it off well though and cleaning your face. So Megan, hi. Yes, so these are the curls from my launch video on Tuesday. I specifically didn't touch them up, didn't do anything so that you guys could see how they naturally are. I do brush my hair like probably 2 to 3 times a day because it has a tendency to get snarly, especially in the fall when you like have a sweater on or things like that, or scarves or whatever. So I would definitely touch up, like, see how this piece is like going a little crazy. And so like I definitely would touch up stuff like that, but I wanted to leave it specifically so I could show you. And obviously this side, you're just gonna have one side that's like nicer to you. Like that's the good kid, this is the bad kid. So okay, you just ordered the new Lip and Cheek. Oh cool, the Scarlet one. My eyes are still feeling pretty rough, actually. Thanks for asking, Lacey, though. Carrie, we are besties. Okay, I feel like there was a question. How long does the foundation actually last? So for me, like a tin of my base foundation color lasts me about 2 to 3 months. And then my contour lasts me more like 4 to 6 months. And then the rest lasts me longer than that, I would say. The powder I go through pretty quick because I have oily skin, but that totally comes down to yeah, your skin type and how you apply it and stuff. Thanks, Patricia. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for watching my tutorials. I'm glad that you feel like they're helpful. On that note, I should probably dive in, huh? Yeah. The bundles, so there are holiday bundles going on right now, and they're basically Lip and Cheek or Illuminators. So they're kind of like None of them have foundations in them. So, and there's also the Ever Red, which is like a seasonal color. It's like a glossy red. It goes pretty pink on me. And so if you want like a true red, I would go more like Scarlet. So, but anyway, what is the base foundation? Great for dry skin. So, okay, so there are like different blush bundles basically. So there's like a pinks, nudes, darks, and it has, you know, things like, yeah, the darker colors and stuff like that. So they're kind of like great gifts, or they'd be great to just like grab if you want to like add some more fun things to your collection, stuff like that. So, yay, I'm glad that it's helping you. Okay, cool. All right, I better start. All right, and reminder, we are giving away a hack stack with 8 singles and a brush collection because I love you. So make sure you're sharing this out and telling all your friends like that, I don't know, you're having a good day or something. I don't know. I didn't think about what you do to enter. So just comment, share this out, whatever. Let's just have like a fun day. Is it good for older gals? Yes. I actually did a video on my mother-in-law a little while back, and she just looks amazing. And my mom also does videos all the time. Okay, so I am going to talk to you guys about dark circles coverage. I have darkness under here. My lighting's a little bit weird right now, so it's making me look kind of blue, but I do have a lot of darkness here. I have this big vein right here, all that stuff, plus all, of course, this is like a scar, so it's not actually a blemish, so it's pretty impossible to cover, but this one, I can get rid of it. So here we go. Okay, I am coming in with Mango because if you have dark under eyes, you need to make sure you're using a color that is dark enough. And the great part of this makeup is that even if you have something small you want to cover, like your under eye needs a different color or whatever, it's just all in the same compact. So it's a matter of dipping into it, just a different place. So it's pretty great. And for me, it's not like, I'm obviously obsessed, so I have this big palette. And so these are all highlight colors, and I kind of just like work in and out and in between them, depending on what look I want to go for, or I don't know how I'm feeling, how much coverage I want that day, all of that stuff. So you feel like sometimes it makes you break out. Make sure that you are always, I'm trying to see more on your comments, but it won't let me. So sorry I can't read the second half, but make sure your brushes are cleaned well. This brush cleaner for mascara is also amazing. It will actually make your brushes better after you use it. So make sure that you're cleaning your brushes regularly, and make sure that you are really cleaning your face off well after you use it. So that kind of happened to me when I first started using it, and I realized it's because I press this makeup into my skin and it becomes like a second skin to me, that if I don't really cleanse it off, like take my makeup off and then cleanse my actual skin, then it was doing that. But once I did that, then my skin like dramatically improved. So hopefully that makes sense. I would love for you to win too. You guys are awesome. Okay, especially with your current pregnant skin. Yeah, pregnant skin has a mind of its own. I definitely had to adjust my makeup routine when I was pregnant. Okay, and then sometimes right here under your eye where it like kind of folds and creases, your finger just sometimes is the best option because you can do really gentle like pressing and all of that stuff. So, okay, what makeup is this? It's called Mascara Beauty. I'm an independent mascara beauty artist, meaning that if you want to try this makeup, you can just send me a message, or you can click the link above and send me a photo, and I will tell you what colors I feel like you are, and kind of like, yeah, be your personal helper in this process of trying this makeup. So you can see how much that neutralizes, and I use like a tiny bit of product. Oh, another thing, if you are having breakouts or things like that, try using less product. And if you're not getting the coverage that you want, it may be a matter of you need to layer 2 colors together, kind of like I'm doing now. Like if I just put this color all over my face, it would look really orange. But by me putting just a super light layer of this on the darkness, it allows for me to not have to have a bunch of layers or extra product. So sometimes you just have like too much product on your face, basically. And that's the same thing if it's feeling sticky or tacky or things like that to you. So we want to make sure that we're getting you the right colors and the right combo so that you can use as little product as possible. Okay, so I have neutralized a lot of my darkness there. If I just put a lighter color on this, so it looked like I put a lighter color there. Did you see? I don't know if you saw that, but it looks like I'm putting even something light on, but I'm not. I'm putting something dark enough to neutralize that out. And look, I just have to tap it on there and it'll help kind of get rid of that situation. And so then I can layer something else on top of it. So if I just used a lighter color on there, it wouldn't give the coverage that I need. Okay, and then next up, since I have this like massive amazingness going on right here, I am going to use June. Sometimes June or Sunlit are great for neutralizing redness. Look, I just like dabbed that on there and June just like neutralized it out for me. It's like one of those giant ones. Okay. And so I'm just going to come in with some June. I am fairer than I normally am right now. I don't have a spray tan or anything like that. And so normally my color is amber, but June is kind of sitting well right now because I'm lighter. And so anyway, that's one of the things that I like about this makeup too, is it's just super versatile when your skin changes through the seasons and all that stuff. Okay, sorry if I'm missing some of your comments. I wanna make sure that I'm getting through the full makeup tutorial for you guys. Yeah, and June's magic on my skin. It may not be magic on everyone. It is kind of like, has a tendency to pull a little bit green on some people, which is why it cancels out red so well. And so June may be your whole face color, or it may be great for just like spot treating some things. But yeah, so just kind of be open to trying. And if you are fairer than me, Sunlit kind of has that same effect. Okay, you tried the mango on a weird spot and it worked. Good, yeah. It's like the weirdest. So the makeup is like magical in that when you figure out your right like concoction, I guess, then it's like you could never use something else because it's like so perfect for you. But it does take like a little bit of trial and error to figure it out. But also I'm here to help you. That's why I'm an independent mascara beauty artist. And that's why I'm here trying to teach you guys stuff too, because I want to be able to help you kind of figure out that troubleshooting phase, because once you have it down, it's good. You love it. I did a good job color matching. Thank you so much. I take color matching really seriously. I look at each of your faces individually. If you want a color match, try and get me the best natural lighting. Like face a window with like the blinds open or whatever, not direct light streaming on you. You don't want like harsh light on you at all. So just like stand in a room with the window open and then take a couple steps back and face the window. So there's no, like if I turned here, see how this side's shadowed and this side's bright. I wanna see like your full face. I wanna see your dark circles, redness. If you have rosacea, this is amazing for that. All of that stuff. Like I wanna see those things and I want your color tone true to your face. So if you're like standing in a bathroom with a bathroom lighting, then it has a tendency to cast like a warm glow on your face, and it'll make you look red or orange or something like that. And I really need to see what your natural skin looks like. So be really careful about the quality of photo that you send me, because that can dramatically affect what I can actually see and recommend for your skin. So anyway, okay, I am just like, I have been using this tip, like the smallest part of my detail hack, and I barely touch it into my product and then I barely dab it on. So you can see how little product I even have on my face right now, but it's providing that like neutralizing, and you can still see my freckles, all of that stuff. Can I still use? Yes, so you can use mango for your dark circles if you're fair skinned, if your dark circles have like a purpley tone to them. So if your dark circles, if you're like really fair and your dark circles are more like a red color, then you may want to try something lighter like June. Like we just talked about with this, how June just kind of goes in and neutralizes that redness right out. And so it kind of depends on what undertone your under eyes are. Mine were like that bluish purple color, and I had a vein that was blue and purple, so mango works great for me. What does it do for pores? Does it enhance or minimize them? So if you're using the wrong color, if you have a color that's too light, it definitely will like bring out anything in your face, like texture wise and stuff like that. So that's kind of a dead giveaway. If texture's coming out in your skin, we may need to go with a darker color for you. And then for me, since I use 2 at minimum, sometimes 3 colors on for my highlight, just because I want the least amount of makeup on my face possible, but the most amount of like natural balancing. So since I do that, then there may be certain areas like right here, if I have like larger pores right here, then I may only use my dark color there, and then when I go into brighten, I'll like kind of avoid that area with something lighter, because if you put something light on a part that has texture, or like if you have some fine lines or wrinkles over here or something like that, and you put a color that's too light on them, it will accentuate them. So usually the remedy is just a shade darker, and you may need to avoid that area when you're brightening with something lighter. Okay, what lighting do I typically do my makeup with? I like to do it in natural lighting if I can, like in my bathroom with a window on me or something like that. I'll sit on the floor with a mirror, anything like that. Okay, so does it cover freckles? So I have freckles, and I really like my freckles too, and so that's why I like to use like the most minimum amount of makeup that I can, because I like my freckles to show through. So this is the first makeup I've been able to achieve a dimensional coverage while still like being able to embrace my freckles. So can I please do it for you? That's funny. You guys are funny. Okay, I am going to switch to amber. If I put June everywhere, I would feel like I lost a lot of the warmth that I like in my face. So I'm going to switch to my color amber, and you can see how this one is like kind of in between those two, and it does literally sit in between those two for darkness. So that June was really neutralizing and light. This mango was darker and kind of orangey on me, and as you can see, amber is just right in the middle there. So that's why I'm like, sometimes I'll use 2, sometimes I'll use 3. It kind of depends what I'm trying to do. And I am just using the detail hack right now, but normally, okay. Why am I doing something I wouldn't normally do? I'm gonna switch to the 30-second hack brush. The reason I'm giving away the entire brush collection to you guys is because I actually use the entire brush collection. I like love every brush. Every one is double-sided, which means it's like 2 brushes in one. Can't really go wrong. Okay, I feel like I have an eyelash in my eye. I hate that. Okay, and you can see how amber is still neutralizing this redness in my cheeks. However, I'm going to put contour here, and our foundation is made up of multiple layers, so it's called a 3D foundation, which means that the highlight color has coverage and it's going to brighten, and then the contour color has coverage and it's going to deepen. So there's no sense in putting like extra layers on your face that you don't need to do. Like, you don't need to go and matte everything in your face out before you go in and then try and create the natural dimension your face already has. So we are just going to work with what we have and polish out certain parts, brighten some parts, deepen others, that kind of thing, you know? You guys are nice. I'm glad that you feel like they're educational. I feel like above all else, I want my videos to help you. So I want you to feel like you can order this makeup or try this braid or whatever you're gonna learn from me, but you can like get it and then it can actually be a part of your life, you know? I don't want you to buy something or, I don't know, like watch something and want to do it and then feel like you really can't do it, or buy this makeup and then get it and feel like you really can't put it on. I want you to be able to feel like you can really do it. So, you've had it for about a month. Honestly, it took me about a month to like figure out my own system too. So sometimes it does. Other people will write me and be like, first try, amazing. And I'm like, you're a dream, good job. But for me, it took me a while, and honestly, every time I was pregnant or then was nursing or then was done nursing, or like every time my hormones had changed, I've had to kind of adjust a little bit about my makeup routine. So I am still using amber just on this bottom part of my forehead here, and you can see, look at my freckles. You can still see them. However, I'm starting to look a lot more balanced. My under eye still looks a tad bit dark, but I'm going to like get to that in a bit. So, so you have a lot of redness in your cheeks, but you're very fair with freckles. So June, I wish it would let me see more of your comments. So if your redness in your cheeks is really deep, like rosacea-like deep, then mango for sure could be combined with something fair, like white peach even. That might be what I recommend. If your redness is just kind of subtle redness like I have here, then definitely go something more like June. If you don't have a lot of texture to your skin and you're really fair, then you could do Sunlit. Sunlit has a tendency to bring out textures in skin though. So Sunlit's kind of one of those that, I don't know. I'm like usually a little picky about Sunlit. So June is a little more forgiving than Sunlit is. Yes, I love, good. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for sharing. I can't wait to pick one of you to give a hack stack and brush collection to. I'm so excited. Okay, so I talked too long, so my eyes creased. Normally my whole makeup, like this whole face, would take me 15 minutes. But since I chat with you guys and I really want it to be like an educational experience, sometimes I get a little carried away with the talking. Okay, so I am using this Perfector sponge because as you can see, now it looks like my skin. Like it presses it in so that there isn't this like weird texture on my skin. So you, sorry, I'm like trying to read your comment. So you need the right color, and then something like the Perfector sponge, the brushes, the tools help dramatically with the overall like look and feel of the makeup. Okay, and then how often are you supposed to trim your hair? Kind of depends on your goals. I just trimmed a few inches off of mine because it had been like a year and it just needed to happen. But if you're growing your hair out, I would resist trimming it as much as possible, because if you think about it, your hair is only growing on average a ½ inch a month, and if you're going in every 6 weeks and getting a ½ inch cut off, then you'll never progress. So okay, so here we go. I am going to come in with contour. I have been using indigo lately because I just like switching things up sometimes, and it was in my compact. Look at how many I have. Like, these are all contours. Oh, that's Bella bronzer. These are all contours. This is Stone and Olive and Indigo and Astoria. So yeah, the giveaway will go to the same person. So basically one person will be hooked up with a brush collection and a hack stack and 8 singles. Okay, so, and there might be another giveaway on my Instagram later. So if you're not following me on Instagram, head over there and I'll try and get my act together to announce one today. If not today, then tomorrow. Okay, so anyway, I like to switch it up with contours. A lot of them work for a lot of different like skin tones. So for me, this one, you find your cheekbone right here, a little bit of product. Since this one is really dark on me, I am barely dabbing this on. So I don't want to get too out of control with it because then there's like no coming back. So I put a tiny bit on this brush and then I'm just stippling it right against that cheekbone. So you can find that cheekbone by pressing and you'll feel it right there, and you just want to push up against it. So, I can't wait for the new colors to come out. Oh my goodness, so exciting. And then there will be like giveaways like no tomorrow. Okay, so I dabbed the darkest back here because if you think about it, we're trying to accentuate a shadow, and shadows get darker the further away they are, right? So we want the back to be the darkest, and then we want it to fade a little bit lighter as we come forward right here. And so there is my contour line. So you may, and this side doesn't contour as easily for me. This one usually applies pretty well, but like we talked about the side of my hair and the side of my face, I must like sleep on this side or something, without knowing it. You'd think I would know something like that. Anyway, so find this bone, but you may see that when you're applying, it gets like a little bit patchy in some areas. And that's like, sometimes that can indicate that the color, that you need to go a little warmer or a little lighter with your contour color. But if you want the extra dimension, like I'm trying to achieve here, then sometimes it works wonders if you just take a little of that Bella bronzer and like go over top of it. So I'll show you that at the end, because you know I would die without Bella bronzer. I don't use a primer, so I freshly clean my face with the Tres Leches cleanser. By the way, it comes with cloths right now, so if you have been wanting to try the Tres Leches skincare system, go and click on my link and go buy it, because you'll get 3 microfiber cloths that are like, I wish I had them right here so you could feel them. Not that you could feel them. And I'm like trying to show you how they feel. Anyway, so they come with cloths. That's like super awesome. So go and do that. Okay. You only have the detail hack and you can tell a difference between how it applies. Yeah, so the brushes make a huge difference. Huge difference. Okay, so I'm just dabbing that on and I'm just gonna leave it there. It's a little harsh, but it will all come together in the end. Okay, and then I am going to distribute my dark product up here. Right there on the top of my forehead. No joke. To get to this point in my makeup routine in a day would take me 3 minutes. Like I'd be here within 3 minutes, and now, I don't know, we're like 25 minutes in. Hi, sweetheart. My daughter just came in. I will open that for you. Come here. Do you want to say hi? Say hi. Okay, I'll open it for you.
Mom, I want to say it.
Oh, you do?
Right here.
Where's Bianca?
Bianca?
Okay.
She's going to sleep.
Oh, she's going to sleep. Okay, daylight savings time's kind of like messing with our schedules here. All right, so I'm dabbing some of this on, and I have like, my part is lighter, so here's just a little hack. My part is lighter than my face is, so sometimes I'll take my contour and just dab it a little bit right there, and then it kind of like just masks that situation. So I love doing that with indigo because it's dark like my hair. So she is so sweet. I love her. She comes in and cuddles with me in the night, and every night I like secretly hope she does, and I kind of want to go grab her, but at the same time I know I'm supposed to teach her to sleep in her own bed. So I put her to bed in her own bed, and then I pray that she comes in and sleeps in with me. Okay, so jaw, eye contour. Honestly, okay, so going back, well, sometimes like this makes me look like my face is like orange and my neck's red. It's not in real life, I swear. It's the lighting of this situation. So I look like gaunt and green sometimes, but like, see, now I look good. Well, I look different. Like the tones balance better. So it's sometimes it's like just the weird lighting. I just wanted to disclaimer that I don't look like green and orange in real life. Okay. And I have vitiligo back here. See? So I have no pigment in my neck right here. So I also like to use my contour to kind of like balance that out. So that's another reason I love mascara, is because like if you have melasma or something like that, you can go in just with like a little bit and dab like on little spots where you have like,
Mom, can you try to pop for me?
oh, not right now, but I can after, okay? Okay, I love you, baby. She's not by herself, by the way. She's like being taken care of. Okay, so how do you avoid your neck looking paler than your face? So I use Sunless Tanner. That is like probably my best and quickest fix, is like just spray a little Sunless Tanner on or something like that, and it'll balance it out. Another thing you can do is grab this B squared brush with the Bella bronzer and just swirl a little Bella bronzer right here, because ultimately you don't want to put a color that's too light for your skin tone on your face, because then you'll look cakey. So you want something that's going to go on and like neutralize out what you need. And so I would rather darken your neck than lighten your face and have a tendency to look cakey. Okay, cool. Okay, thanks, you guys are nice. I do exfoliate sometimes. I always put bag balm on them. I can't go to bed without bag balm on them. So I don't know. Anyway, thanks. Okay, yes, Bella on the neck always. Tia, you know what's up. Okay, so now, oh, nose contour. I was like, now I don't even know where we're at, because we're just taking our sweet time, like always. I always try and, I'm like, today's gonna be faster, and then I like chat with you guys for an hour. Okay, so I come back to this detail hack here. I like to use this flat side because it's the easiest way that I found to get like a line with the least amount of product. So bag balm is like literally an ointment they use for like cow's udders. So it's like yeah, I think it's pretty cheap at like Walmart or Walgreens or all those places. You can also get it on Amazon. Anyway, this was pretty cool. I like rubbed it all over my belly when I was pregnant, and I don't have any stretch marks, so I don't know, maybe there's something to it. Okay, anyway, so see how the sides of my nose like start getting a little darker here? I kind of want to accentuate that shadowing again, and some people want to make their nose like thinner or whatever. You definitely don't want to contour out here because it will make your nose look wider. So that's like what I did on my leopard tutorial. I wanted my nose to look wider like a cat, so I contoured like down here, and it made it look really wide. So be aware of your placement of your contouring. So I am just going to basically follow that line of that top right there, just like that. So I just wanted to accentuate that, and I like put barely any product on. And I'm not even going to redip since indigo is so dark on me. This side will actually come out softer. So I just like to, this is so gentle, like I'm barely holding this. Sorry, I need to get my nails redone so badly. Okay, so I barely tap that on there, and then I kind of like pull the two together down here, and then I flip this over because the brushes are double-sided, so they make your life so much better. And then just soften this line out, because you don't want crazy lines, you just want like subtle shadows. Okay, and if you get it to like that, is going to mess with like kind of the dimensionality. So I grabbed a little bit of that amber highlight, and I am just going to brighten that part back up right there. I am giving away a brush collection and a hack stack with 8 singles, and by being my friend, you're entered. Just kidding. I mean, kind of. So just comment, share, do whatever you want. I'll pick one of you guys. And I always announce it in the comments. I reply to your comment with it, and then I also reach out to you individually. So if you don't hear from me and you're wondering if I picked a winner, most likely yes. But I just contact people directly. So I'm throwing a little bit of amber on this top of my nose. right here, because I like to wait to contour, like to add dimension to the top till after I've done this outside, in case I need to like I did there, like remedy anything. So, okay, so the B squared brush is like my blending best friend. And so I just go on and dab it out a little bit. So you can see, like, when I turn to the side, there's no like harsh lines, but when I turn to the front, there's a shadow. So that's kind of what you want to accomplish with your contouring, is like when you move, your face has dimension, but nothing is like really harsh. You really want to try mascara? I really want you to try mascara. You can also, if any of you are like mascara obsessed like me and you want to join my team and sell mascara, then message me, because I would love to have you join my team. Okay, so I am taking this B squared brush, has nothing on it, but it just really helps to soften those edges. So see how that just softened that right up? And then I like to use a lot of dabbing motions. If you are having a hard time with your makeup blending or applying or breaking apart or any of that stuff, try applying and blending in dabbing motions. So you can see how that just got that softer, but it didn't necessarily grow it. You don't want your contour line to come down here or above your cheekbone. It'll lose that, you'll lose that right there, that dimension that you're trying to enhance. Okay, so, my goodness, should we move on or what? All right, so since I have really oily skin, I am going to come in with some setting powder right now. And again, I dab it on like this. You're in cosmetology school, how fun. I loved cosmetology school. I loved being done with cosmetology school more than I loved it, but basically it was a good choice. It was probably one of the best career choices I made. I was going to school for pre-med, and I decided that I wanted to go to cosmetology school so that I could work as a hairstylist through like all of my schooling and stuff. And this creased again because I was talking too long. Okay, so I set it with powder. That avoids creasing. If you just leave a cream without any setting on your eyelid where it creases, it's going to crease. So just be aware of that. If you put a cream on your eyelid, you need to set it with a powder or a shadow. Okay, anyway, so then I went to cosmetology school, and then I just decided I loved hair so much and makeup that I didn't end up finishing medical school, obviously. And here we are, hanging out, doing makeup online. All right, so I like to use the Vanilla Dust setting powder, and all of this, it looks like I'm swiping, but it's all just like these tiny dabs. Tiny, tiny, tiny. And you can see how much it neutralizes that warmth out just by me putting that setting powder in. Cool. I colored my brows. So I recently colored my hair. You can't really tell. It looks about the same, but I colored it. I did a little bit darker, and while I was coloring it, I colored my brows, so they are a little bit darker. Okay, so next up, let's jump into eyes, and then I'll finish with a bunch of fun face stuff. All right, so for eyes, I am going to use Savanah. It's like totally my go-to for brightening up under the brows. And there are still 4 eyeshadows that are on clearance. Basically just chilling there until we get word that all the new ones are going to launch. So if you haven't grabbed them, you can still grab them for $8, and I love them. And so I'm just going to show you them so that you have kind of a reference point of what you can use them on, because they're like really good ones. Okay, so Savanah goes under my brows on the inner corner of my eye here. And it kind of just brightens that situation up right there. Okay, and then next up I'm going to use Bubba. Bubba is like this medium warm brown. It's kind of like on the lighter end, I guess. It's like a light warm brown. And I am just going to put that all over and take it up here. And this is like a really simple everyday eyeshadow look. But you could also easily take it like date night. You could even like wear this as a bride. Like, I feel like this is a really versatile eyeshadow look. Okay, here we go. Soft, small, little like circular motions are my favorite for blending. I really like to blend as I go. I feel like it makes a big difference, and you kind of see where you need more, or you like control your eyeshadow as you go, so that you can kind of build up where you need and blend out where you don't. So always apply your eyeshadow where you want it to be darkest, and then blend up and out where you want it to be lighter. So if you wanted this part to be lighter and you started there, then you're going to end up blending up and out of that. And so you want to avoid that situation. So basically I always lay it down where I want it darkest, and then I like work my way up to where I want it lighter and blended. Cool? You're working, that's funny. Yay, Cody, twinsies. Love it. It's such a good go-to. Okay, so I am going to use Bubba also on my under eye right here. So I flipped the brush over and I am using the smudgier side to throw some Bubba under my eye. I feel like it's like a subtle smokiness, but it doesn't really have to go like, you know, sometimes when you have a smoky eye, especially if you're not used to wearing it, you're just like, whoa, what's going on? So sometimes if you use like a lighter color like this, I'm also going to deepen this part just a little bit. So see how that added just a little bit more dimension there? I just want a little extra dimension, but I don't want darkness. So you can use a medium color like this to add dimension without darkening the whole look. Okay, so I wanted a little extra dimension there. All right, so next up, I'm going to use Trust. Trust is this deep brown color, and I am just going to fluffy put that all over this area here. And it's just deepening right at that base a little bit more. And you could use the other side if you really wanted like an intentional deepening. But since I just want a subtle deepening, I'm still using the fluffy side of this brush. So just like that. And then obviously match it on the other side. You'd love to see a brow video. I can do my brows in a second. Okay, just a subtle deepening there. And careful, if you have any fallout like this, I'd be really careful like getting it off. Make sure there's nothing on a brush. I like to use this B squared brush and get like all of the fallout off there. Or you can like seriously blow it off. And then if you need to, you can kind of come in with your hand. Because if you just come in with your hand and do it without getting off all of the like, I don't know, little particles, then sometimes you can make your situation worse. Gina, you're here live, hi. Say what each brush is for. So honestly, they're all like super versatile. This one, 30-second hack brush and detail hack brush are mainly foundation brushes. This one is like a powder, bronzer, blush brush. This is the B squared. This is for brows. It's called the Know Your Angles. You can also use it for eyeliner. This multitasker I use for lips and eyeshadow or contouring or everything you want. This is the eyeshadow everything brush. This has a fluffy side and a more smudgy side. This is the powder power brush. This one is great. Some people use this for blush. A lot of people use this for blending or for setting your powder in. It has this like crease part right here, and so it's perfect for just like pressing powder right under the eyes there. And then that's it. That's all of them. Okay, so next up, I am going to do my brows actually with the Know Your Angles brush. And I'm going to use indigo. So the same contour that I used. And I like to deepen and start with the bottom line because I like a pretty solid baseline of my brows. And then I like them to look soft and natural on the top. So that part's a little intense. I'm just gonna flip this brush around and soften it out right there. Oh my heck, my hand had stuff on it. I would, just because it's live. Okay, so now I can deepen that back out right there a bit. Okay, and then I can carry indigo up, and I have a scar through my brow, and so I like to fill in that scar area there that my hair doesn't grow. And then I do like to have a pretty strong downward tail. So I like to do that. And then I'll basically brush it out so that it looks really natural. And then I will go to the other side. And I use like smaller strokes, like little like brush strokes while I'm applying so that I don't have anything really extra harsh going on through there. So I feel like where you, kind of like we were talking about with eyeshadows, it's where you start applying is where it's going to be the most intense, and then it's going to allow you to blend up and out from there. So don't start applying somewhere that you want to be soft and subtle. Like right here, I want this to be soft and subtle. I would never like put my brush down there the first time. I'm going to use up all of this stuff that's on my brush right now. And then once I'm done with that, then I'll lightly come on here and just tap that part on. Cool. Okay. Tips for hooded eyes. My mom's actually done some videos on her page for hooded eyes, but I feel like with hooded eyes, so I like to do this trick. So I tilt my head down, so then it kind of looks like the appearance of hooded eyes. So with hooded eyes, I would recommend keeping your lid a lighter color unless you're doing like a really deep smoky color and you're okay with your eyes feeling a little more recessed. So you need to put like a lighter color here, and then see how the crease is deep inside, but you have this part of your skin exposed there. So that is the part right here where you would put the dimensional crease color. So like where I'm putting right here in my crease to deepen my crease, you don't want your crease even deeper. So you would put your dimension up here, and it would still add the dimension to your eye without creating that deepness. Cool. Okay, so eyeliner. I like to use Cola Contour. It's like one of our newest contours, and it's this black color. It's like basically black, not jet black, but it's like a soft anyway. But it is a cream, so you have to be a little bit careful if you have like oily eyelids or something like that. Then you may want to use like an eyeliner or the Salem eyeshadow instead. Because this has a tendency sometimes on some people to smudge. For me, I really like kind of how it smudges out, but yeah, I'm using the multitasker brush, and I just like that it gives me just this like super subtle line. And of course, always, if you want your eye to pull up and out, you need to open your eye so that you can do that part. So if I closed my eye and I just like, oh yeah, I'll go out here, then when I opened it, my eye would be drawn down, just because that's the natural tendency. You have to follow that eye. So open your eye up and lift that up, that part. Cool? Thanks. I'm glad that this has been educational. Okay, so now we're going to do this other side here. This brow, get in line, get in line. Okay. And if you want like a more intentional line too, versus like a smudge like I'm doing, there's also the skinnier side of this multitasker. But I like my makeup to look like worn in. I like all my stuff to look worn in. Like when I color my hair, My biggest fear is that it'll look freshly colored. I don't like freshly anything. I like worn in stuff. Okay, like freshly washed jeans. Nope, they make you feel like you need to go on a diet. Okay, so opening that eye, pulling that up there, creating that deepened smudgy look. So that is my eye look. It's really actually pretty basic, and it like is super quick too, but versatile enough to wear for an event, for every day, for preschool pickup, if that's what you want to do with this eye. Bubba and Bird. So Bubba is a little lighter, I would say, than Bird, and warm. Bird is like an olive tone. So you could do the same effect. It just wouldn't be as warm, but you can absolutely still like use it in this technique. Okay, throw some mascara on here. My mascara is getting old, so it's a bit clumpy, but whoa, and my lashes are falling out. I wasn't able to wear my makeup for a few weeks, so they are struggling, but I can finally start using my lash serum again, and I linked it for you because I get that question like daily, is where is the discount on the lash serum? So I linked it for you above in the description too, if you want amazing lashes. Then go grab that serum. It seriously works so well. I've used it for like a year. Okay, next side. I always hate putting mascara on live because I can't see you or talk to you at all. I didn't put any liner on the bottom. I just put that Bubba right there to deepen it. And so you could easily put, like, just carry the line of, you know, when you're putting that on, you can just deepen this line here if you want, and it creates like a really natural smudginess on the bottom there too. Might as well match them up. But I was just going with like the brown color being my, basically the deepening of my bottom lash. And this mascara is called It Cosmetics Superhero. I love it. It does get clumpy though, and you cannot apply a second coat later on. Hi, Christina. I have curled my lashes before. I don't curl my lashes. I don't even know where a lash curler is. Like I don't know if I own one. Because the lash serum just makes my lashes so bomb on their own that I don't really care. Okay. This part's kind of freaking out on me. Dude, I need a new tube of this situation. Ooh, another thing I love using this for though is it has a spoolie on the other side. So if your lashes get like a little out of control, just use that to like calm them down a bit. And I also do this. So you know how sometimes your bottom lashes will get like really clumpy on you, and you just want them to be like slightly darkened, not clumpy like crazy people. Crazy, not, I don't know any clumpy crazy people, but anyway. So you can take this and just soften them out this way too, so that then they're darker but not clumpy. I like to do that. And then also I got a little mascara right here, so I'm just gonna wait for that to dry. Someone said this on my video. If it was you, then thank you, you're awesome. But someone said this on my video a few weeks ago, and it works super well. So if you wait for your like mascara mistakes to dry, and then you grab this like spoolie without mascara on it, obviously, and you can just like slough it off like that, and then it's gone, and it doesn't mess up anything. Cool. I feel like I'm like so close to you guys, up close and personal. How do you prevent mascara from getting on your eyelids? I like to like tilt my head back so that I'm using it like that or whatever. Like if you're like going like this, you're closer to your eyelid. I don't know, maybe play around with like positioning of your face. All right, final touches. So it all kind of comes together at this point for me. I really love like the blushes and bronzers and all of that stuff. Hi Kelly, thanks for being here. What if mascara bothers your eyes because of contact lenses? Then, I don't know, just use like a little bit of eyeliner or something, and then don't use that. You can get your eyelashes tinted too. You can like go somewhere, there's eyelash tinting. Anyway, okay, so blush. I'm going to use, I'm recreating that look from the other day. So I'm gonna use Scarlet. That's what I used the other day. So I'm going to use Scarlet. It looks like this. Whoa, whoa, but it applies like this. So I like to pop my cheeks. I use the fluffy side of the B squared. And then I just do super small, subtle circles. And I just like to round out that cheekbone there. So it, like the tiniest bit goes a long way, but it brings so much life to your face. And it doesn't apply like this really obnoxious red color. It's like this subtle, awesome color. How's that for a description? Sorry. Okay. I'm glad you're having fun watching. Sometimes I finish the videos and I'm like, what did I even just say? All right, so Scarlet blush on. This side needs a little more. Scarlet blush. And then I am going to come in and dab some linen in. I get lots of questions about linen because I use linen, and so everyone wants to use linen because it's like the best brightening thing. But you have to be careful with linen if it's not your color, because like we talked about early on with the coverage of the dark circles and all that stuff, if you put a color that's too light on your skin, it will cause some breaking apart. So for me, I dab this much linen on my finger because it's too light for me, especially right here where I have this darkness. I dab such a small amount on my finger that I basically can just touch it on and it blends itself in as I apply. And then I'm not really messing with the base that I already had like created beforehand. So you can't go in and like press it in or brush it on or something like that, because it'll like break apart what you've already done and covered. So this one is just basically like a surface level right there at the end. I will like dab a tiny bit on, just like this. And you still can't see it on my skin. But look how much brightening that did. So you have to be really super careful when you're coming in with a color that's too light for your skin, and use light dabbing motions with just your finger. Do I go right over my cheek contour line with the blush? So I will usually do like my contour goes here and it kind of ends where I get squishy here. And I'll just pop my cheeks like this, and I'll find the part where they have like kind of a ball. And then I will try and like start there, and then I do blend it down kind of like, so it should like almost sit right on top of your contour line, but blend into the part where your contour ends. And then your illuminator fills in this part. So they kind of like, if this is a rectangle here, you have like contour here, blush circles around, and then illuminators right here. And then bronzer goes over like wherever you want and creates just this warmth. So I usually do bronzer before illuminator. I always finish with illuminator because it's like glowy and stuff, and you don't want to like dull it at all. Okay, so lightly dab, like look at how light I'm touching this. I wish you could feel how light I'm touching it, but don't like press into your face. Like honestly, the lightest dab. Dab, 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 dab. How many times do I say dab in my videos? It's probably 5,000. Okay, practice on this one, yes. A lot of it comes down to just application technique, whether you're going to have like this really dimensional look or just like a quick everyday whatever. Most of the time, I will say, I do my quick everyday whatever. I'll like throw amber over my whole face, throw a little contour on, like olive or something like that blends real easy, and then like out the door. So, well, blush, and then out the door. So this is not like my like everyday go-to. This is like, I wanted to show you guys, you can get extra coverage. You can have like a really beautiful finish on your skin because your compact is customizable and it can be whatever you want your makeup to be. Okay, so now I'm going to do Bella bronzer. It's our cream bronzer, and I like using it with a contour that's like a little bit too dark because it goes in and melts the contour in. So here, watch. So this is like a little splotchy, but if I come in with Bella, look at how it just like makes it look, maybe you guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing, but it just kind of like, the whole thing meshes together so well, like warms everything up, and it just makes it like, I don't know, it's like a hug for your face. And if you get too much, like that has a lot right there, but all you have to do is just keep kind of blending it in and it will dissipate out. Like it's the coolest blendable consistency, which is why it's not able to be used as a contour, because contour is kind of almost has like a chalkier texture to it. It's like a thick cream that contours are, and it's because you want the smallest amount of product and you really want it to stay there. This one is like meant to be moved around in warm and glowiness. So Bella makes everything better, it's true. Okay, like your neck, those of you who wanted your neck balanced, I would say Bella maybe is probably my favorite product we have. Bella is the best. Okay, so Bella brings it all together. I'll step back so you can see that the lighting is just like freaking out, but in my sweats. Okay, I'm going to change after this. Ironically, I'm going to work out after this, so I have to change into workout clothes. Okay, so now I'm going to use Honey Illuminator right here. More dabbing, all the dabs. Okay, right here. And did you know that our Illuminator has anti-aging properties? Super cool, huh? I actually used to have like lines here, and I honestly think that the skincare system and using a makeup that wasn't drying my skin out has like gotten rid of them, because I don't know where they went. They were there and now they're not. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, and I like to put a little bit of Illuminator right here under my brows for when I'm feeling a little extra, a little on there, top of my lip here. Okay, lips. This is the last thing. Work out with my, so I don't normally put on a full face of makeup to go work out, but I do put on a full face of makeup for you guys. So, just is what it is. This is, I don't know, I guess basically this is my job. It doesn't feel like a job because I just like hanging out with you guys, but you know, you just do what you gotta do some days. And I need to work out and I needed to do my makeup. So, okay, I'm gonna pull back out that indigo. It's on my eyes. I have Sabrina, Bubba, Trust, and Cola. All right, indigo. Let's line our lips here. And if you have a giant scar like me, you make up your lip line. Okay, there we go. I have so many scars on my face. I'm like, draw it in here, draw it in here. I love makeup. It's so awesome. All right, and then you line that lip there. And I like to kind of deepen the corners just because you're contouring your lips, just like you're contouring the rest there. And then the color I used in my Instagram post that I'm recreating is from Maybelline. It's these Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink, and I have like 7 colors, but I haven't been able to find some of them online to like link for you guys. So this one is called Self Starter, and like I think you can buy them at like anywhere. I don't know. See if I can apply this without a mirror. I'm gonna just use a mirror. So, okay. Yes, I could do your makeup. Yeah, I try and teach you though so you can do your makeup. I feel like it's way better for you guys to like learn to do your makeup since you're the one that's there every day, you know? I had one friend who started using mascara and she's like, I honestly feel like a professional makeup artist does my makeup every day because it's like, it's just like so pretty when you're done. Whoa, big chunk. And so you can achieve like professional look on your own. It's pretty awesome. I hate putting on lipstick in front of you guys too. Lipstick and mascara make me uncomfortable. Do they make you guys uncomfortable too? So this lip color is intense. It's like a red, like a tiny bit pink. Okay, and then I have to balance out and pretend like that side's bigger. Okay, and it dries matte. I like to make sure I don't get it on my teeth. So take some bag balm or some chapstick or some lip gloss or whatever. Actually, I'm gonna grab some. Hey, this is bag balm. Literally has cow's udders. Oh, not anymore. This is a new one. Has a cow on the top. My old one had cow's udders on the side, but I finally went through my first vat of it. Okay, so I take a little bit of bag balm right here. And I dab it just on my like line right there. I don't put it on the outside. I don't put it on all over it because I want the outside to set. But if you put it right here on this inside, it still allows like a little bit of movement for your face and your smile and stuff, and it doesn't feel like you're like getting sucked dry. So that's like some people's complaints about the matte lips colors in general, is that they just feel like they're sucking the life out of you. But anyway, where did I learn this bag balm from? Hi, Katie. Honestly, I don't know. I want to say my mom was like the first one to introduce me to bag balm, but I don't think she uses bag balm every day. Like, I think I just like am that weird that I just did it. I don't know. Anyway, you need the bag balm too. Guys, just let's all have the same beauty routine. Okay, someone asked if I can show you these colors. So I can show you what I have right here next to me. Some of my other ones are like over somewhere else, but so there's like this one. Honestly, they are way darker than they look in the tubes. So this is Self Starter's tube. Look, this is like not the same color. So don't judge it by the tube. Like you can kind of get like a little bit of the tone, but I would have said this is like a neutral pink and is like a bright red. So this one, Globetrotter, is like, it's like almost a rustier, deeper red. And then this one's Lover, and it's like a really dark, a really dark pink when it sets in. And then I like this one, Loyalist. It looks really light, but I like purposely bought a light one so maybe I could get like a neutral one. But if you line your lips with indigo like I did, and then you put Loyalist on it, it's like, maybe I'll do that for you guys next time. Anyway, okay, well, there's a giveaway. So make sure you've entered the giveaway by being my friend, commenting, and sharing all of that good stuff, whatever you want to do. And what do I whiten my teeth with? I get that question like a few times a day, I would say. And I seriously just use whitening toothpaste. I have used Crest White Strips like once 6 months ago. So there's that too. Help a girl out. How do you know to go red or pink to complement your face? I'm like a firm believer in do whatever you want to do. So I don't know what complements my face or not. I'm like, I want to wear red, so I'll wear red. So I would just try out different tones within each thing. Like if you're talking lipstick and stuff like that, then I would just grab a few of them that like one is like a little rustier and one's like a little pinker red, something like that, and then try them on and feel which one you feel the most you in. And if you don't feel you in any of them, throw some Sunless Tanner on. You'll feel yourself after that. Okay, cool. The wink click that I always do. how do I choose the winner? I'm gonna choose the winner from one of your comments probably. And then I'll make sure, I'll go and do some other checking and stuff and make sure that we're friends and stuff. Okay, I'm dying for the giveaway. I'm dying for you to have the giveaway. Have a good workout, thanks. I'm gonna go work out really hard because I need to. Ulta has lipstick. I think Walmart has it. Walgreens probably has it. Like wherever you can walk to probably has it. Okay, thanks for spending all this time with me. This was a really long video, but hopefully it helped you to really learn and to feel confident in being able to do this makeup, because that is ultimately what I am here to try and help you do, to just live a beautiful version of yourself in your life is my goal for you. So, okay, do I have a sunless tanner link? Yeah, so I can put my sunless tanner there. I think I get it on Amazon. I bought mine at the beauty supply too, but I don't think you need a license to buy it. So I like Fake and Bake Flawless Darker. And there is a Flawless, not darker, that is like, if you are really fair and you kind of want to get your feet wet before you like dive into having like straight up sunless tanner on. Anyway, okay, thanks guys. You're the best, and I will talk to you later.